Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about buying treasuries on the secondary market. Now, this video was actually suggested by these two comments that are on your screen right now. So shout out to Bruce and Sally for your questions. If you have any more questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below, and you two could be featured on one of these videos. So basically today's video is just going to be a short tutorial showing you how exactly to buy treasuries on Charles Schwab. Now this is my preferred site for investing, but obviously there's many others like Fidelity and Vanguard that likely work in a very similar way. The first thing that we're going to do is go to this trade tab at the top of your screen, click on that and click on the bonds button. Once you've done that, it's likely going to pop up this agreement. So go ahead and scroll to the bottom of your screen, and if you don't agree to this, then you won't be able to purchase anything, so go ahead and press agree. Then there's going to be a second agreement, so go ahead and consent to that one as well. And then finally, it will pop you to this screen right here. Now once you get to this screen, there's really two ways to look up the treasury that you're looking for. The first one would be to use the CUSIP, and those can be found on the Treasury Direct website. You can see that each individual treasury bill with its different duration is going to have a unique combination of letters and numbers. But in today's video, we're going to be assuming you don't want to use that, and you instead just want to use the search features that are available on Schwab. Now, the easiest way to do this is going to be to go to the US Treasuries row and select the duration that you're looking to buy. In this case, let's say we're looking for a 6-month treasury. Before I click on this, however, let's talk about some of the differences between buying a treasury bill on the secondary market versus buying it from auction, because you're already probably starting to notice some of them. The first thing that you might notice is that the durations on the secondary market, at least here on Schwab, are a little bit different. For example, the 4-week T-bill is not something that is offered on the screen, but you can still see that they have a large variety of durations ranging from 90 days all the way up to 30 years. One advantage, however, to buying your treasury bills on something like Schwab instead of directly off of the Treasury Direct website is the fact that you can buy them in a Roth IRA. Now, you might already know that T-bills, T-notes, and T-bonds are not susceptible to state income tax. However, if you buy it in a Roth IRA, that would also make it so that you don't have to pay any federal income tax, which would save you a little bit of cash. Now, let's go ahead and click on the 6-month treasury, and I'll show you what is next. Now, here is where things get a little bit confusing. It's not quite as simple as the Treasury Direct website because we're on the secondary market. But once we go ahead and break it down, things will make a lot more sense. The first thing that we have is our maturity date. It's going to automatically sort from soonest to latest. Then we have our quantity, price, minimum, and maximum. So basically what this is, the quantity and the minimum columns are the same thing. That is the minimum number of T-bills that you're going to be able to purchase. The price is obviously the price that you pay per T-bill, and the maximum is the maximum amount of T-bills that you're able to purchase. Now you might be thinking, what sort of unit is this in? Does this mean $300 worth of T-bills? Does this mean 300 $100 T-bills? What exactly does it mean? They actually go in increments of 1,000. In my opinion, this is one of the big disadvantages of buying on the secondary market on Charles Schwab, is the fact that there is a $1,000 minimum. This sort of excludes a lot of younger investors or people who just want to try a little bit of treasury investing, and instead makes it so you have to put a decently big commitment into it. And finally, here on the far right, we obviously have the yield. This is going to be sorted from highest to lowest. So the highest in this case would be 5.37%. If you don't remember how this works, I'll link a video in the top right corner of your screen right now, because it's important to remember that you're not going to make 5.37% in only 6 months. That is the annual rate. So if you want to know actually how much you'll make, go ahead and click that video. Now let's go ahead and go over the final steps to buying a T-bill on Charles Schwab. So once again, we're going to want to deal with the top yield to maturity, which in this case would be just under 5%. Now, one thing that you'll notice if you click this market depth button is the fact that in general, the lower amount of T-bills that you want to buy, the lower actual yield that you're going to receive. This makes sense. If you're willing to buy hundreds of thousands of dollars in T-bills, you're going to get a little bit higher of a yield than you are if you're only willing to buy, say, 5,000. But the next thing you're going to want to do is click on the Treasury and then click on the button that says buy. Now this will take you to this screen right here that will again just review with you the yield to maturity as well as the actual coupon rate and the exact price that the Treasury is selling for. It'll then show you your minimum, which in this case was $5,000. You can put this up if you want, but you can't put it any lower than $5,000 or the order won't go through. After clicking the review order button, it will bring you to this screen right here, which again shows you all those same details. It shows you the market price and the markup. This would be for fees, which there are none on Charles Schwab. And then you see that the estimated total cost is a little bit higher. That's because of accrued interest that has already been collected by the bond that you're purchasing. At this point, you can go ahead and press the place order button. I hope you've gone on to enjoy today's video and learned something new. Once again, if you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Subscribe while you're down there. But other than that, we'll see you in the next one.